Hello everyone, I am Cindy from Crochet. Today I'm going to teach you how to make Georgina, and she is a cowgirl. She is really small, and her height is only 5 inches. Now let's get started. To make the base body, you need 4 ply yarn and 3 crochet hook. First of all, you should start with the legs, so you make 2 of them. And the first row is to make magic ring 6SC. After I get 6SC, I will pull the yarn to close the loop, and then you will start the second row. For the second row to the 6th row, continue making 6SC around. Okay, when you finish, you will get the leg like this. You make another leg, and this time is a bit tricky. You need to join both of them by making one chain first, and then put the hook into the second leg. After that, you just pull the yarn through 2 loops. Okay, and after that, you have to start making SC in the other legs first. So start making SC over there. Okay, and then keep making SC on the second leg first. On the middle chain that we use it to join both legs, you need to make SC on that chain as well. Okay, you make SC on this chain, and you keep making the rest of SC on the first leg until you finish. After you finish row 7, you're going to have 15 stitches. So if you don't understand, please see the chart on the left hand below. After that, sew the middle of the leg using the leftover yarn. Okay, and we're done. We'll get something like this. After that, continue the part. I use the purple yarn to mark that this is the beginning of each row, so it is easier. We continue to make 8th row. We're going to make 15 SC around. After you finish this row, you will get 15 stitches. Okay, I'm done with the 8th row, and now the next row, row 9, we're going to make 3 SC and decrease 1 decrease on the size of the leg, and after that we're going to make 5 SC. Okay, I keep making 5 SC. Alright, I'm done making 5 SC. Then I make decrease and then 3 SC. After you finish this row, you will get 13 stitches. Okay, I finished. And then for row 10, make 2 SC, decrease, 5 SC, and then decrease, and 3 SC. You will get 11 stitches after you finish this row. Okay, for row 11 and 12, keep making 11 SC. This is very simple. Okay, for row 13, you make 3 SC, and then increase, and then 4 SC, and then increase, and then 2 SC. It's not very tricky either. Just notice that the increase chain will be at the size of the leg. For row 14 to 15, make 13 stitch SC. Okay, you will get something like this. And after that, you just cut the Y. I use 1mm Y. I bought it from Walmart. This is very cheap. And you have to bend the Y at the end of the Y. So I recommend you cut the Y for 24 centimeters. And then bend the Y at both ends. Okay. Actually 24 is the best. Right, and then after that you just insert it into both legs, okay. After that you just fill in the polyester fiber to the leg part and the body part. So you need to use something small to push the polyester inside the leg. You can also use scissors to help you push the polyester down below the leg. Okay, then I start the arm part. For the arm, it is very simple, just the same as the leg. Make first one, make magic ring 5 SC, you will get 5 stitch. And for the next row, for like row 2 to row 5, okay. For row 2 to row 5, we're going to make 5 SC. Okay, now I finish one arm and then make 2 arms. Okay. After that, you just sew the arm. You have to sew it. Sew the arm to the size of the body part. And now I'm done with this. Okay. After that, you will need to continue with the Y structure of your arm. So first of all, cut the Y for 13 centimeters and then bend the Y as follows. Okay, then put the Y into the arm. I recommend you secure the Y, the arm structure, to the main body part structure, like this. And then insert it into the arm. After that, to build the top part structure. Okay, for this row, it's going to be a little bit hard because you have to work with the Y structure as well. So first of all, you have to try to eliminate the unwanted leftover yarn as much as possible. And you have to start on the body part by making 5 SC. Actually, I have already made 1 SC to continue to extend the yarn, right? So just make 5 SC on the body part. Okay, after you done 5 SC on the body part, just put the yarn into the arm and then continue another 5 SC on the arms. Okay, after you done 5 SC on the arm, just continue putting the hook on the body part and make 6 SC on the body part. After you make 6 SC on the body part, just keep doing 5 SC on the other arms. Okay. Then after you make 5 SC on the arm, make 2 SC on the body part, and then you will finish this row. After you finish this row, you're going to have 23 stitches. If you don't understand very well, please see the chart. Okay, for row 17, you're going to make 4 SC, 1, 2, 3, 4. After that, you're going to make 3 decreases. Okay, that is nothing hard. It's not very tricky. I believe you guys can do it. Okay, this is the second decrease and the third decrease. Alright, you guys just follow the code 5 SC and then 3 decreases and then 2 SC. After you finish this row, you're going to have 17 stitches. For row 18, you're going to make 8 decreases and then 1 SC. After you finish this row, you're going to have 9 stitches. Okay, after that, piece tie to fill in the polyester fiber to the body part and the shoulder part. After that, continue row 19 by making HC and decrease for 3 times around. After you finish this row, you're going to have 6 stitches. The last row would be the neck of the doll, so make 6 HC around. Okay, now we finish the body part. Okay, it will look like this. After that, we start the head part. Continue on the head part. First row of the head part, you're going to make 6 increases. After you finish the first row, you're going to have 12 stitches. For the second row, make SC and then increase for 6 sets around. After you finish this row, you're going to have 18 stitches. For row 3, 4, 5, and 6, just keep making the codes on the screen. So you just try to increase the rows, the stitch throughout all this row. After you finish it, you're going to have 42 stitches, and then row 7 to 13, keep making 42 stitches. 42 HC around, sorry. Okay, now I finish the row 13 and then continue making row 14 by starting to decrease the stitches. So the first one would be 5 SC decrease for 6 sets around, and then for row 15, 16, 17, you're going to decrease the stitch by 6 stitch every row. Okay, after you finish the 17th row, you're going to have 18 stitches. After that, fill in the polyester fiber on the head. Then for row 18 to row 20, keep reducing the stitches until they only have 4 stitches left at the end of the head. So it's done. This is the body part of my doll. For the eye part, we're going to use the jumper needle and the felting wool, many color. It depends on you which color do you choose, but the white one and the black one is mandatory. First of all, just measure the center of the face, and then you can mark the place you want to put the eye in by using the pencil. So the eye, we're going to make it around row 7 to row 9. First of all, you have to make the base for the eye first, starting with the lightest color first. For me, I choose the light brown, and then just keep poking the wool to the body part. Okay, just keep poking it at the bottom of the eye first. Secondly, you have to use a little darker light brown, and poke it around the middle of the eye. And last one, use the darkest color around the top of the eye. So this one will serve as the background for your eye. Okay, Okay, try to make the oval shape, you know. After that, you stretch the light, stretch its light for the backyard, for the back wool, and then fill it around the oval shape. This part is a little bit hard, but I believe you can do it. However, if you guys don't like felting or think it is so hard, maybe you can just use the embroidery by using just a thread, you know, or other material to make the eyes. Okay, now I finished making the oval part already. After that, use the black one again, and then you just try to mold it a little bit, and then just poke it in the middle of the eye. After that, use two of the white one to poke it around the top and the bottom of the eyes. So this one is the top, and the other one is in the bottom. Okay, then use the white one to fill around the oval shape. So now I start off by felting on the left side of the eye first. And then I fill it on the right side of the eye. Okay, you will get something like this. After that, you might need to use the black one again and stitch it and make it around the oval eye again in order to make the outline clearer for your door, so you can cut off the existed part. Okay, and then make the shape like this. So now the eye is very pretty. Also, make the eyebrow above the eye as well. You can use other color eyebrows if you want to. It depends on the hair color. I use a dark brown because I like it. And then just make another eyes. So you see, the eye is pretty. After that, you make the nose by using the yarn and sew it about 3 to 4 times around row 7. Okay, and then it's done. And then just hide the yarn on the sides of the head. Then you make the mouth by felt pink wool around row 4 or row 5. It's totally depend on you. After that, apply the brush on her cheek using the cotton bud, you know, and then just try to spread it. Then for the hair part, starting from the hair base, so you just follow the pattern I wrote on the screen. It's not so difficult. So, okay, after you make like all 8 rows, it will turn out like this. Then just put it on the head and then sew it to the top of the head. Okay, now I'm done attaching the hair base to the head. After that, cut the yarn for about 25 cm each. Okay, and then just use one line of the yarn and then put it in the in the needle, sorry. And then you just insert the yarn in. So this one will form as the hairline. So just put the yarn in like this. You can make it bigger or smaller, up to you. And then now we have the hairline. So after you get this hairline, just clip it on the board or something, and then just use the page brush, you know. So this one will make the hair look much smoother and then smaller as well. So now you see that it went very small, and then after that, just remove the the needle, and then you will get the hairline. After that, attach the hairline across of the head, yeah, by sewing it. So I will recommend you to use the pin and pin it down first. Then you just sew it using the needle and just the same color yarn, which is orange. After that, you just put another hairline to another side and then sew it. I recommend you sew it like on top of the first line in order to hide at least the first line below. Okay, now we get the two line already. So for the third one, you just fold it half, and then just attach it on the back side of the head for the low part, like this. Use a pin as well because it's much easier. After that, I saw all of them. So now I'm done with the hair. After that, just try brushing before you make the braid. Now I'm going to start braiding. First of all, I think the hair is too thick, so I just want to hide some part of the hair by sewing it to the back, to the side of the head. So you should determine itself by yourself that where would you want to sew it. So just sew it like this using the smaller thread to sew them. Okay, now I'm done. And then for the back part as well, so just use a little bit of the back lower part and then just sew it to the same spot as the first part that you sew. Okay, sew it like this. Then just cut the leftover hair out. After that, you can use the remaining hair to make the braids. Okay, then first of all, you start off by separating the hair into 3 sections and then start braiding. Okay, after that, you tie it up with the elastic band. I will recommend you to use a jumper. The jumper to poke down the hair that it seems like it doesn't very smooth, so just poke it to make it smoother, and you can attach the bridge to the head as well, so you will have the very good looking bridge after you just poke it and it will attach to the head. Okay, and it will look neat and smoother. Okay, for the bang, just insert the small shorter thread of yarn, and lighter thread of yarn in the front part of the forehead, and then I will recommend you to do 2 layers of it. Okay, this is the second layer, so just go on top of the first layer for a bit and then insert the hair in. Okay, now I'm done with the bangs, so then just cut them off to the length that you want with your doll. Okay, I'm done with the bang part, and then we have to start making the first segment of the front hair. You just use some segment of the hair and then insert it. Just insert the yarn in, just like that. Insert it using a 1.75 mm hook because it is easier. You can use any hook size to insert the hair. It's unnecessary to use 1.75 mm, but I have this one. Okay, and then after you insert the yarn in, you just use the jumper to poke it to the back side of the braid in order to hide it away. Okay, and then poke it for another side as well. Just keep poking, and you don't need to sew it, because if you sew the hair, it will not look very smooth, but if you poke it, it will look very smooth. So now I'm done with the hair part. Okay, almost done. Maybe I almost forgot to cut out the exceeded long hair. After that, there is a part that doesn't look beautiful at the back side, so I managed to use some thread of yarn and poke it in order to hide the uneven part of the black hair. So you can use jumper to make your hair look very neat. Okay, now I think I'm done with the hair part. So then let's make the plan for the first piece. First of all, you start making 10 chains first, 10 chains like this, and then you make slip stitch in order to form the loop. After that, you will make 10 SC around. After you finish this row, you're going to have 10 stitches. After you finish the first one, you just make the second piece using the same pattern as the first one. After that, you make one chain, and then you make the slip stitch into the first piece, and then you just continue making 22 SC around. This is the same concept as the leg, so if you know how to do the leg, this one is going to be easy. After you finish the third row, you're going to have 22 stitches. Okay, now let's start the fourth row. Just continue 22 SC around. After you finish this row, you will have 22 stitches. After that, wear the pants on the door, and then change the color from blue to brown. After that, start the fifth row by making 4 SC and then decrease and then 9sc, and then decrease, and then 5sc. Reminded that you have to make it in black loop only. Okay, after you finish this row, you're going to have 20 stitches. Then after you finish, you start row 6 by changing to blue color, and then start making 20 slip stitch around. Make sure that you only do it on the back loop only. So now I'm done with the plan. So after that, you just fasten off. Okay. For the top, it is very simple, but it would be easier if you start the top before the plans. For starting the top, you just make 18 chains and then make slip stitch to form the loop around the body. So you have to insert the top into the body itself, and then just like turn to another side, and then start making 18 sc around from row 2 to row 4, and then for row 5 you're going to make 18 slip stitch. So it's kind of hard to make on the doll. If you do the top before the plant, it would be much easier. Okay, and then we are done with this. So after that, you have to lift up a little bit for the chest part, for the breast part of the door, and then sew it like this. Okay, after that, we're going to make outerwear vest, by starting off with the 9 chain, and then make one chain, and then turn and make 9 sc. For the second row, you're going to have 9 stitches. For the third row, just follow the code on the screen. So you make 1 sc, then turn, and then make 2 sc, and then 3 sc increase. For 3 sc increase, it's like you make 3 sc in the same stitches. 3 sc in the same stitch. So after that, you follow the code, you will get 15 stitches. For the fourth row, you're going to make like 3 sc increase, and then 3 sc, and then increase, and then 3 sc increase, and then 3 sc. So after you finish this row, you're going to have 18 stitches. Alright, for then row 5 is a little bit tricky. So just make sure you make 1 chain and then turn, and then make 3 sc first. Okay, 3 sc, and then make 4 chain, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then you skip 3 stitch, 1, 2, and 3, skip it, and then make 6 sc. I skip, it will be like this, 6 sc. And then you just follow the code. So you see we have the hole for the arm. And for row 6 to row 9, you keep making 20 sc. After you finish it, you're going to have 20 stitches. Okay. Okay, and I'm done, and just wear it to the door. Okay, after that, the scarf part, you just split the yarn by half, and then use 1.75 mm hook. You're going to make 28 chain, and please remember that you have to let really long yarn at the inside. Then make one chain and then make a slip stitch first, okay, and then make SC. This is SC. Yeah, this is SC, and then you make HDC, and then you make SC. Okay, this is SCC, sorry, and then you make SC and then slip stitch. So you are going to have the piercing shape just like the cowboy scarf, you know. Okay, this is slip stitch, and then I'm done with the first part. For another side, you see if I leave really long yarn, the remaining yarn from the left side, then you just start off from another side, make one chain and then repeat the step same as the another side. So we're going to make slip stitch, SC, HDC, SC, and then slip stitch. Okay, it will be done like this. Okay, now just like put around her neck and then you sew it, attaching it to the body part. Then for the hairband and ribbon, we're going to start the hairband, the ribbon first, sorry. So for the ribbon, you start off with 5 chain and then you make 2 chain and then turn, and you make HDC on the 3rd chain from the hook, and then you make SC, okay, SC, and then slip stitch, and then SC, and then HDC. So you will get 5 stitches for this row. Okay, for the second row, you make 2 chain and then turn and then make HDC, SC, slip stitch, and then SC, and then HDC. Okay, and then you make 2 chain and then you slip stitch at the base. Okay, at the base of the second row. Okay, alright, and then fasten off. Now you get this shape and then you sew the middle to form the shape of ribbon. For the hairband, you just basically make 5 chain and then make 8 SC and then fasten off. It is very simple. Now I'm done with the hairband, and then just sew it on the top of elastic band. Just cover the elastic band like this. Then sew the ribbon on the top of the band. Now I'm done with the hair bands, So after that we make the shoe by start with magic ring egg SC. Okay, for the second row to third row, you keep making egg SC around. After you finish the third row, just wear it to the door. And then we're going to make the fourth row on the door, which is quite hard. For the first row, you make 2 decrease. This is 1 decrease. And then another decrease. This might be a little bit hard, but this is a way that you can just easily attach the shoe to the door. And then after you finish 2 decrease, you keep making 6 slip stitch around. After that, you just fasten off, and then you need to sew the shoe to attach it to the leg. In order to make the shoe shape better, sew the tip part to form the shoe shape like this. Sew it repeatedly, like 3 to 4 times. Okay, and then for the belt, use a small loop, or you can just like bend the Y to the circle shape, and then just put the loop into the hook, and then make the first chains. Make around 2 chains actually, and then just start making the belt by making slip stitch around the bow line on the plant. You remember that you have made the back loop, so you will have the small part that you can make the belt line over there. Just keep making slip stitch around, okay? Alright, now I'm almost done with the bow line. Okay. When you're almost finished, when you think you reach the middle part, like the front middle part already, then just put the hook into the loops again, and then just keep make make 1 slip stitch, okay, and then make another slip stitch on the plant 1 more time in order to attach the loop, and it will look like a very beautiful belt. Okay, then now I'm done. It looks very pretty. Alright, and then you just sew the boot thread. After that, to make the cowboy hat, just measure the Y around your head like this. Okay, and then when you measure it, just cut out the Y, and then just twirl the ends of the Y to form the loop, Okay, form the loop like this. So this will serve as the structure of your cowboy hat. Start cowboy hat with the bridge color, making 40x chains first. For the first row, making 40 chain first, 40x chain. Okay, after that you are going to make one chain and then make 40x SC by inserting the hook into the stitch first, and then put the hook under the Y, okay, and then pull the yarn through the stitch and then make one SC. So we're going to continue and repeat like this. Put the hook into the stitch first, put the hook under the Y, and then pull the yarn normally, and like the Y will finally go inside your work and it will serve as the structure of your hat. Okay, just keep doing that. Put the hook into the stitch and then pull the pull the yarn behind the Y. So you will see something like this. After I finish this row, just slip stitch to form the loop. Slip stitch with the beginning. Okay, and then start the third row, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th by following the code I wrote on the screen. Okay. For the hat top, you start with 5 chain, and then for the second row, you make 1 chain and then make 4 SC. 1, 2, 3, and then 4. So 4 SC, and then for the last chain you make 3 SC increase. 3 SC increase means you make 3 SC in the same stitch, and then you make 3 SC. 1, 2, 3, and then you make increase in the last stitch. Okay, this is increase. Okay, after you finish this row, you're going to have 12 stitches. Okay, and then for the third row, you're going to make 4 SC and then increase, and increase. It means increase for 3 times, and then you make 5 SC. So I finished 4 SC already. So then I'm going to make increase. Okay, 1 increase, 2 increase, and then 3 increase. Okay, and then make 5 SC, and then you will finish the third row. When you finish this row, you're going to have 15 stitches. Alright, I finished the third row, and then we start the fourth row. Make 4 SC, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you make a increase for 6 times. 1 increase, 2 increase, 3 increase, 4 increase, 5 increase, 6 increase. Okay, 6 increase, and then you make 5 SC. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then for the fifth row, make decrease first, and then make 8 SC, increase 2 times, and then 9 SC as follow. After that, you will finish it, fasten off, and you're going to have 22 stitches totally. Okay, now I'm done with it, so just fasten off. Alright, to make you have to make the ringe on the top in order to attach the both parts together. So at first you just slip stitch the yarn in anywhere, and then you make one chain at least, and then you make SC. You make SC by putting the hook into two layers of the piece. Put the hook into two layers of those pieces and then pull the yarn through two hooks and then make SC. Okay, you make SC around and you're done with this. Then for the hat rim, you slip stitch the yarn in around the place that I put the red mark on. Okay, and then you just follow the code I wrote on the screen until you reach row 7. For row 7, you're going to start with 13 SC and increase, and then 10 SC, and after that you're going to make a 7 decrease and then repeat 13 SC increase 2 times and then 7 decrease, you know. So this will form like the curve on the cowboy hat. Okay, just follow the step I wrote on the screen, and to note that the 7 degrees will be around the size way of the hat. So please pay attention on where you put 7 degrees. Okay, for the last row, which is a egg row, you're going to change the color to brown, and then you just do as the code I wrote. You're going to have 78 stitches. Okay, after that you will going to make the strip by make 51 chain and then just sew it. For the star, you just embroider the star with the yellow thread, you know, just like what I'm doing right now. It depends on the technique of each person, but the star will have like six star, you know. So it depends on the person that or which technique you're going to use, and you can use the felting as well if you feel more comfortable with the felting than embroider. Okay, now I'm done with the inner part of the stars. To make it more beautiful, just like putting the thread to the tip and then just put the needle into the center and then do something like this. After that, you embroider the outline by using the orange thread, you know. So you're going to embroider it. So you can shoot the orange thread, or maybe you can shoot another color as well. So this will form as the star. And I feel like I don't like the bang very much, so I kind of hide it away. If you like bang, you can leave it on. After that, you can wear the hat, and now she is ready to be the cowboy. Okay, and just add more decoration by making the small thread of the bridge yarn to make the rope, and then you just roll it into the loop and then tie the knot like this. So it is very simple, and then then you just put it into you just put it on her. You don't need to sew anything. Okay, just tie the knot as you want, just like this. Okay, this will serve as a good decoration for the cowboy. Yeah, just put it on her shoulder, and this is perfect. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe and like my video. See you next episode. Goodbye.